Good.
Okay. Nicole, you look great.
Awesome.
Right.
And you look great as well,
Oh,
so we're
thank
good. I mean, the star of the show, really. It's your 5th season in the NFL, and you go back to week 1. Here you are at the Oakland Coliseum, 6 catches, 105 yards. What did it feel like walking out there and then putting on a show like that?
It was exciting. I was looking forward to it. Had a lot of family at the game, and so it was just, to be out there on Monday night and be able to get a win like that. I mean, it was awesome. We had a lot of fun.
I know that you did have family there and that your father went to high school here and he's like a die-hard Raiders fan, so this had to be a little different for you.
For sure. Yeah, he grew up in Oakland, so I came here a lot in the summer and hung out. His parents lived out here, so every summer we would come out here and hang out. So being in front of them and like my cousins and stuff and just having a lot of family in this city, it was awesome to be able to do that. And then especially for my dad, just to be able to see his son playing for the town that he grew up in. So it was fun.
Have you guys had that conversation? Is this a dream come true for him?
For sure. As soon as I signed, it was just crazy just to be where he was, and he always came to Oakland games when he was little, and just it's just crazy. It's hard to put into words.
Well, on the flip side, was it weird for you to be in a Chargers jersey when you had a dad that was a huge Raiders fan?
Definitely. It was weird for him too, to not to switch and be a Chargers fan for those 4 years. But now we're on the right side, so it's going to be smooth sailing from here.
I want to go through what it was like being an undrafted free agent to like the bona fide top receiver. Your mindset, did you have a chip on your shoulder? Like, what has gotten you to this point?
Coming undrafted and from a small school, I feel like it was an uphill battle, and I had to start on special teams and work my way up there. And then I was lucky my second year. I mean, it came from injuries. We had a lot of guys get hurt at the Chargers, and it kind of propelled me into almost a receiver #1 spot then. And my second year, and just getting that experience and playing with Phillip Rivers was really helpful. He helped my career a lot and just helping to understand defenses and how to play. And then from there, I kind of just was able to get better every year. And I had a lot of good guys, a lot of good receivers around me that taught me a lot of things, and I was able to steal some of their stuff. So, but I definitely had a chip on my shoulder and been waiting for this opportunity too, just to be a true #1 receiver and be able to prove myself from there. So I've been waiting for this opportunity for a while.
What is the room like here? When it comes to all the receivers, I feel like you guys all have such different personalities.
Yeah. I feel like a lot of us are pretty quiet. We don't really have any huge personalities, but I mean, we all work really hard. I feel like everybody's got a chip on their shoulder, and we all make plays. I feel like a lot of guys through training camp and preseason, everybody was making awesome plays, all in games and practice and everything. So we have a talented room, and I feel like the sky's the limit for us as a group.
When it comes to Coach Edgar, I mean, he's such a wealth of knowledge in the NFL. He played, and then obviously coaching. I think he's at like 27 years of experience now. What are your conversations like with him?
The receivers he had when he was playing on his team, and then the receivers that he's coached in Green Bay. He's coached them, like Devontae Adams is a really good receiver, and I like to watch his stuff and learn how he releases and stuff. And he's able to give us all that film of guys that he's coached or played with. And I mean, it's been huge. He's been around the game for so long, so he knows defenses, he knows schemes, so it helps us out just to be able to play relaxed.
You mentioned having the opportunity to work with Phillip Rivers, and now you get another great quarterback in Derek Carr. What is your chemistry like with him?
It's been awesome so far. We got a lot of work together through OTAs and training camp, and even before that, just on our own. And I feel like it's definitely starting to show now, especially when we get into the games and just see that connection. So I have a lot of confidence in him. He has a lot of confidence in me, and we just trust each other to be able to make the plays that we were able to make in the first game.
You've mentioned when it comes to an offense, you think one of the most important things is having that running back, and the Raiders have that, which is such a nice compliment coming from a wide receiver. Why do you think that?
I think since I came in the league, we had really good back in Melvin Gordon, and just seeing how much that opens up for the pass game, it opens up for everything. When you can pound the ball like that, it opens up so much more, especially for me, with being a deeper threat. To have a play action and a good running back opens up a lot of stuff for me, and then it just tires the defense out, having a running back, especially like Josh ran last game, and just pounding and pounding and pounding. You can see that they get tired, and it just opens up so much more, and I feel like it deflates the defense. So, I mean, having a running back is key.
On a personal note, you started a foundation, the Tyrell Williams Foundation, and one thing that you're focusing on is the anti-bullying. What is it about that? Did you have a personal experience, or you just think it's so important for the youth?
I just think it's really important. I never had a super personal experience with it, but I mean, I feel like I've seen a lot of videos, and there's been a lot of kids who have committed suicide just from saying that they were bullied at school and stuff like that. And I feel like it's ridiculous that that's happening. So trying to do something to help, just be around those kids and give them a positive outlook and stuff. And I feel like it'll take away from that a little bit as much as we can do.
Why did you feel the need to start your own foundation? I know that you're giving back all the time as a member of an NFL team, but what drove you to start your own?
It's just something I always wanted to do. You know, when I was growing up, I felt like my goal was always make it to the NFL and just be able to give back. So it's always a huge goal of mine. And then I have a camp that I do in the summers too, and it was part of that foundation that we did the camp with. So it all just kind of formed together.
Well, and working with kids, it kind of just lightens everything, right? It
Definitely.
doesn't feel like work.
So much fun, so much fun. I love going home and doing that camp, just seeing the excitement that they have and just being around guys that are in the league. It's fun for them.
I want to focus on the division a little bit. I mean, obviously we mentioned you coming up with the Chargers, but you know, being part of the AFC, seeing the competition and whatnot, this division's a tough one.
Definitely. I mean, I feel like this division definitely has the best pass rushers in the whole league. I mean, the way that they get to the quarterback and the talent that's in this, just in this division is crazy. So, and I feel like you see the Chiefs and the explosion that they have on offense. I feel like we have the same explosion on offense. Chargers have explosive offense. So the division is definitely crazy right now. You know, I feel like it's going to be a dogfight all the way to the end, but it's definitely a fun one to be a part of.
The Raider fans are all across the country, but here in Oakland, it had to be pretty special walking out there. What was that feeling like? Yeah,
it was crazy. You know, being Charger for 4 years and coming here, it was definitely, you always felt the energy, but then being part of the Raiders on that side, I mean, it was unbelievable being out there, especially on Monday night under the lights. The electricity was ridiculous.
Well, you put on a show for all of us, so we have high expectations, but what are your predictions for the season?
I'm excited. I mean, I feel like the sky's the limit. I feel like we're going to be a really good team finishing out, and you know, playoffs is always the goal, championships always the goal, so I mean, that's our mindset right now.